Hey everybody, I'm Jan Erickson from Stepping Aside, and welcome to Correspondences for Work and Magic on Friday, the 27th of August, 2021. Well, Venus governs magic today. Favorability is very good. So we're looking at compassion, love, harmony, attracting a partner, any partnership issues, female sexuality, fertility, healing, and friendship. And I am recommending today to use a transitional candle spell, candle working. I'm using red as the initiating problem, boundaries, that don't seem to understand. Uh, Boundaries based in perception, I guess. Perception, I'll say that differently. Perception driven boundaries, maybe, that are keeping people from doing things that heal, making decisions that actually heal versus harming. And I think that I think it really does come down to boundaries. And I think on a Friday when you're looking at, Venus energy here, you're looking at love energy, and are we expressing love in our lives in a way that heals and protects others? And if you're not, well, I guess maybe this candle spell is you're working it either for yourself or you're working it for someone else that's having issues with it. And I think collectively, it's the thing that's sort of the tension that's driving things right now throughout the entire country. So I've set up an altar here, and if you're on Patreon, you can see a picture of what that looks like. Otherwise, I've described it. I'm using malachite, and I'm just going to take this off of this for now to show you. Malachite can be expensive to purchase, and I have a piece of it, but I don't think it's in here. I think it's on the altar in the living room, so I can't show it. But I mean, it's talking about this big, So it's really a pretty piece. Malachite's just gorgeous. But what I like to do, and I've done this with various ones. I have rose quartz, and I like to use them to sort of define the boundary of the workspace. And so that's what I did with this. I just had it around the whole area here that I'm defining. I've got some lavender on there. I've got some dried lavender, a dried rose. That's on there. I'm using this heart, and I'm also using an acorn that I want to strengthen the heart relationship. That the funny boundaries seem to be, not particularly respectful of. I've got a large Merkaba at the top, and I'm also using Haggath, the Olympic spirit that aligns with Venus, as sort of a focus here to help with the transition, using a green candle for the healed state, and the red candle, which you could use yellow if you want to, because we're healing perception. But because the perception is resulting in violence, okay, that's why I'm using the red, because I want to bring that Mars energy into Venus energy, and create love and understanding and respect for boundaries. And I guess there was a dad that got arrested for assaulting, allegedly assaulting, I guess. I mean, there's video on it, so I mean, there was a scuffle. A student who was wearing a mask. I think she was tired of being filmed by the guy. She had been going on for several days as she's walking in the school, and I don't know, she may have said something or something, and next thing I know, she's on the ground basically. And so I don't know if that was the situation that I read about this morning. I'm assuming that it was. But again, the boundaries are not there. And the idea of harming someone, a child, basically, for wanting to protect herself in school, well, that's outrageous. So this is the kind of thing I'm talking about. It's very intense. And again, I've got a piece of citrine here on the altar. And this is one that's been heat treated. So you can always tell the ones that have been heat treated, because they're shiny and they're pretty. The ones that are not, the piece that I have is, boy, it looks more like like a Lemurian seed crystal, maybe, in terms of the opaqueness of it, but it certainly doesn't look like what we normally think of as citrine. And then and that's up in the left hand corner of the altar space here, the workspace. And then I have a little rose quartz heart up on the right above the green candle. And so you're just setting the situation, and you can do this any way you want to. This was just, I like to keep things simple, and this is just what I did. But the idea is to keep it simple or, well, I mean, you can do whatever you want to. If you don't want it to be simple, that's fine. But basically, you're going to visualize, once it's all set up, you've got the candles lit, you're going to visualize the situation on the red candle, or the one, I'll say the candle on the left side. We'll say that. You're going to visualize the situation that exists, and then you're going to once that's clear, then you're going to move your intention to the green candle and observe that flame, and because that's where you're going to focus your intention. You're going to focus it in on the flame, and then you're going to move it to the green candle, to the one on the right, or the one on the right. And because you could use a pink candle there too, rose colored candle, whatever. But you move it over there and see the boundaries and the perceptions, or the perception driven boundaries, however you want to see this, as already manifested, as already healed. All right. And people are making better decisions, instead of selfish decisions, and so focused on their own freedom that they're doing it at the expense of other people. And right now, children are being affected by this again. But now with school starting and these places not wanting to keep kids protected, it's like, what are you doing? So again, perceptions need to be healed, and it's a really serious situation, basically. So once you're doing that, when you are moving your intention from one state to the other, at that point, you can whisper sana, which is Latin for heal. You could do it 3 times, however you want to do it, or come up with your own word that you wish to use. And I like to whisper such things. I don't like to necessarily speak them out loud. I like to whisper it because to me it sort of connects into spirit a little bit better, I think, than it's a more inner type of an experience when you whisper it. So that's what I like to do. And then just end the ritual as you wish. Remember that the correspondences generally for Friday it's the water element, and Venus can align with that, but can also align with Earth. Green and rose are the colors: turquoise, lapis lazuli, rose quartz, some of the crystals, sandalwood. You can burn sandalwood on the altar. At the same time, I don't have anything burning in here, but that's because we've got smoke everywhere. I mean, I'm tired of breathing in smoke, so I'm not going to have it in here. But I have other, wax melts burning as well. So however you want to introduce perfume into the air, basically, of sorts, do it any way you wish. Again, if you're in a smoky area, maybe you don't want to burn any incense. You just don't want to smell it. You've had enough of the smoke, right? So you just don't want to do that. Especially if you're in a really small space. If you're outside or something, that's fine. Then it's, probably fine for you. But let's see, the herbs: apple, rose, let's see, burdock, feverfew, lilac, vervain would be nice if you have any. I didn't have any come up this year. I don't know what happened. It's been coming back, so I don't know what happened there. Let's see, what else might be good? Passion flower, that would be a good one. Anything like that. Violet, that's another one that you could use. Like I say, I'm using rose and I'm using lavender, and lavender doesn't necessarily correspond with Friday, but I don't care. I like it. Also, you might want to refer to the rune divination that's there as well. Rado, Manaz, and Lagus comprise it, because that sort of gives you some idea of what's also going on. Might influence what you do. And I think that's all I need to say. Mercury's going to go retrograde in 30 more days, so that's going to be fun. But I think that's it. Feminine side or receptive side of self is strongest today, the polarity is. Yeah, well, if someone was born today, it's a 22 life path, so that's kind of interesting. Um, but I guess that's it. So that's all I have. Anyhow, thanks for watching, and remember, Esoteric Influences, the video on Sunday. The post goes out Sunday, or if you want it in your newsletter, in the newsletter, you want to sign up for that, go over to the blog on the left side, the side panels where the sign up is. Just scroll down a little bit, you'll see it. And you can get that in your inbox, not the video or anything, but the hard copy. You'll get that in your inbox on Saturday night. And then Monday through Friday, we do the correspondences. Monday through Friday, we do the forecast, the big one on the blog over at Stepping Aside. Let's see, what else? Somewhat Daily Tarot and Rune, Monday and Thursday of next week. So there's that as well. But I guess that's it. Just have a wonderful weekend and have a good day and happy magic, and be good to yourself, be good to one another, and blessed be.